សូមជើញអង្គុយ
Please be seated. The court is now in session. The Chamber notifies the parties that for the proceedings on Thursday 11, as well as on Monday 15 August 2016, the Chamber will hear testimonies of the statements of harms and sufferings by some civil parties, the harms they suffered during Democratic Cambodia regime in relation to 3 security centers, namely Phnom Kraul, O Konsai, and S21, as well as internal purges. Separately, for the proceedings tomorrow, that is Friday 12 August 2016, the Chamber will hear the presentation of key documents by the co-prosecutors and the lead co-lawyers for civil parties. This is also for public information. Civil parties who are to make statements of harms and sufferings for the 2 days, including the 6 of them, whose pseudonyms are the following: through TCCP 275, through TCCP 1047, through TCCP 1049 for today. Ms. Chia Su Huang, please report the attendance of the parties and other individuals to today's proceedings. Greffier. Mr. President, for today's proceedings, all parties to discuss are present. Mr. Nunji is present in the holding cell downstairs. He has waived his right to be present in the courtroom. The waiver has been delivered to the greffier. The civil party who is to make statement of harm and suffering to date, the followings: through TCCP 275, through TCCP 1047, and to TCCP 1049. During the statements of harms and suffering proceedings, Madam Chai Marimet and Lambun Hu are the TPO staff who will sit next to TCCP 275 and to TCCP 1047 respectively. As for to TCCP 1049, the civil party will make statement of harm and suffering via remote means, that is from Paris in France. And to TCCP 275 and Bun Lumpu, the TPO staff are ready to be called. Thank you. President, thank you, Ms. Chia Su Huang. The Chamber now decides on the request by Nguyen Chia. The Chamber has received a waiver from Nguyen Chia, dated 11 August 2016, which states that due to his health, that is headache, back pain, he cannot sit or concentrate for long, and in order to effectively participate in future hearings, he requests to waive his right to be present at the 11 August 2016 hearing. He advises that his counsel advised him about the consequence of this waiver, that in no way it can be construed as a waiver of his right to be tried fairly, or to challenge evidence presented to or admitted by this court at any time during his trial. Having seen the medical report of Nguyen Chia by the duty doctor for the accused at the ECCC, dated 11 August 2016, which notes that Nunchi has a back pain and feels dizzy when he sits for long, and recommends that the chamber shall grant him his request so that he can follow the proceedings remotely from the holding cell downstairs. Based on the above information and pursuant to Rule 81.5 of the ECCC internal rules, the chamber grants Nunchi his request to follow today's proceedings remotely from the holding cell downstairs via and audio-visual means. The chamber instructs the AV unit personnel to link the proceedings to the room downstairs so that Nunchi can follow. That applies for the whole day. In order to have a smooth proceedings on the hearing of statements of harm sufferings by several parties, the Chamber wishes to remind the parties of its Memorandum of Understanding issued on 17 December 2014 in relation to the hearings of harms and suffering statements by several parties in case 002/02. That is document E315/1, paragraph 8, in which the Chamber reminds the parties of its previous practice, in particular in relation to the distinctions between the hearing of testimonies of several parties on facts, as well as the general statements of harms and suffering by several parties. That is paragraph 14 of document E267/3. In compliance with its previous practice, the Chamber requires the hearing of testimony of several parties to the facts stipulated in case 002/02. However, there is no distinctions on the general harms statement from the harms that happened within the scope of this case, as well as the general harms inflicted during the democratic Cambodia regime. And this statement of suffering does not violate the right of the accused to fair trial. In addition, on 20 November 2015, the Chamber issued its decisions on the request by the lead co-lawyers for several parties on the scope of questioning several parties during the proceedings, in which the Chamber confirms that the right of the parties to question several parties during the testimony of the several parties during the proceedings is according to the proper right of the accused to fair trial. Likewise, the responses of several parties, as well as the harms suffered which fall outside the scope of case 002/02, do not violate the right of the accused to fair trial if parties have an opportunity to present its objection. This is in reference to paragraph 11 of document E365/2. Court officer, please usher the civil party through TCCP 275, as well as Bun Lumpu, TPO staff, into the courtroom. President, Counsel, you may proceed. Kong Sam-on. Good morning, Your Honors. Good morning, everyone in and around the courtroom. I have listened carefully to the instructions that Your Honor just raised, and I have a question to ask in relation to the scope of the statement of harms and suffering by the civil parties. I recall that civil parties are allowed to make statements of harm and suffering in relation to facts, to the entire facts in case 002, in particular with the focus on the segments of case 002/02. This means that the statement of harms and suffering covers the entire case 002. However, from what I have heard, and if I am not mistaken, that the statement is limited to the scopes within case 002/02, and I'd like further clarification on this point. Thank you. President, the Chamber has just reiterated its position and instruction on this matter. And allow me to repeat it. Pursuant to its previous practice, the hearing of statements of harms and suffering of the civil parties limited to the facts within case 002/02. However, on the general statement of harm and suffering, it doesn't differentiate between the facts within this segment through the general sufferings inflicted during the entire Democratic Cambodia regime, and this does not violate the rights to fair trial of the accused. But I am clear now, Mr. President. Thank you. President, good morning, Mr. Civil Party. What is your name? Civil Party, my name is Chai Hiep. President, thank you. And when were you born? Civil Party, I was born on 1st February 1961. Question, where is your current address? Answer, I live in Komraing village, Sroyeo commune, Kampong Swai district, Kampong Thom province. Question, what is your current occupation? Answer, I am a rice farmer. Question, what are the names of your parents? Answer, my father is Chai Seng and my mother is Kong Kaim. Question, are you married? If so, what is your wife's name and how many children do you have? Answer, I am married and her name is Khu Mao. We have 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. President, thank you. The Chamber wishes to further inform the parties and the public that during the hearing or the statement of harm and suffering of the civil party, the Chamber, through WISU, coordinate with TPO organization to have its staff present during the proceedings and sits next to the civil party in order to provide emotional support to this civil party during the period of the statement of harm and suffering by this civil party. And for that reason, we have Mr. Bun Hu, who is a TPO staff and who is sitting next to the civil party. And Mr. Chai Hiep, as a civil party, you may make a statement in relation to the facts and crimes alleged against the two accused, that is, Nuji and King Sampon, and which were inflicted upon you during the period of democratic Cambodia, and which led you to become a civil party applicant in order to demand collective and moral reparation from the accused. The harms include physical, material, and emotional harms, and which are the direct result of crimes that happened into you if you wish to do so. And the Chamber would like to ask the lead co-lawyers for civil parties on the modality of the statement of harm and suffering, whether you request the civil party to present his statement of harm and suffering, or that he should be questioned. You have the floor. Mr. President, as for this civil party and the following civil party, the upcoming civil party, they both have difficulty in reading the Khmer text, and it is sort of difficult for them to read a statement. For that reason, I humbly request Your Honor that the civil party should make the statement of harm and suffering through a question-answer process. President, thank you. Your request is granted, and for that reason, you will be given the floor to put questions to the civil party during this proceeding to hear the statement of harm and suffering by this civil party. You may have the floor now. Thank you, Your Honor. And I request your granting of a right of Hong Kam Soon, the civil party lawyer, to put questions to the civil party. President, yes, your request is granted, and Council, you may proceed. Hong Kam Soon, thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, Your Honors. Good morning, everyone in and around the courtroom. My name is Hong Kam Soon, a civil party lawyer, and I also represent this civil party Chai Hip. And I'd like to put some questions to this civil party in relation to his statement of harm and suffering. Good morning, Mr. Chai Hip. If you don't understand my questions that I will put to you, please let me know so I can rephrase it. Civil party, yes, I understand that. Council, thank you. I'd like to ask you some questions regarding the period that you lived with your parents prior to the liberation of the country by the Khmer rules. Where did you live? Answer. Before Phnom Penh fell in 1975, I lived in the Khmer Rouge control region, as at the time part of Kampong Thom region was liberated by the Khmer Rouge, and we were moved to depot in Santuk district in that province. Questioned, can you describe to the chamber the total number of your family members, that is your siblings and your parents? Answer. There were 4 of us, that is siblings, 4 sisters and 4 brothers. Questioned. And after Phnom Penh failed through the democratic Cambodia regime, where did you live? Answer. After the fall in 1975, we were instructed to return to live to our village in a Cam Ranh, Srayel commune. Question. You said that you had 8 siblings. Did all of you return to live in Cam Ranh village? Answer. No, not every one of us returned, because my other sibling Chai Heng went to Maki Forest since 1970. As for Hul Ngon, another other sibling, went to work in a rice field in Kampong Thom, and another sibling became a Khmer Rouge soldier in Kampong Thom province as well. So not all of us lived together, although I lived with my parents amongst the 3 siblings. Question. During the Democratic Cambodia regime or the Khmer Rouge regime, that is after the 17th April 1975, and after the liberation of Phnom Penh on 7th January 1979, and I limit my question to this period for now. Did you lose any of your family members, that is your parents or siblings, or did you separate from any of them? Answer. A number of my siblings went missing, including my other in-laws. Question. You spoke about your elder siblings and your other in-laws. Can you give the court the names? Answer. My other brothers, Chai Heng, Ul Ngon, Chai Top, Chai Mon, went missing, and the wife of Chai Heng also went missing along with her children. Question. And allow me to put some questions in relation to each of your sibling or in-law. You spoke about your other sibling Chai Heng. Can you tell the chamber, that is after 17 April 1975, where did he live? And after 1975, he was in Phnom Penh, and he was a member of Division 310. After Phnom Penh fell, he went to visit our village, and then he got married. He returned to the village again, and he took my younger sibling along with him to live in Phnom Penh in a children unit, which was a part of Division 310. He made a 3rd trip and took me along, and another trip he brought another elder sibling along to live in Division 310. Question. So it means that after the Liberation Day, you came to live in Phnom Penh with your other brother Chai Heng in Division 310. Is that correct? Answer. Yes, that is correct. Question. Can you tell the chamber about the Division 310? Was it a military division, or was it a civilian or a mobile unit? Answer. From what I heard, the divisions belonged to the center. It was part of the Central Army, and it was stationed in Kampong Speu in Basat, and it was the first division to liberate the Phnom Penh. Question regarding your siblings who came to live with your elder brother Chai Heng in Phnom Penh. Can you describe or can you tell the names to the chamber again? Answer. There were Chai Tok alias Hieng, and then there was another younger brother of mine named Chai Mon. Question. Did you know whether your other brother Chai Heng held any position in Division 310? Answer. From his biography that I saw, before Phnom Penh fell in 1975, he was part of a logistic battalion. And he was a member of the Division 310 office. Question. And did you know when your elder brother Chai Heng joined the revolution? Answer. My father told me that when he transported rice on a tractor to the house, he then left for Maki Forest to join the revolution, and that happened in 1970. Question. You said that you came to live with your other brother Chai Heng in Phnom Penh in Division 310. Do you recall the location that you lived at the time? Answer. I used to live in a number of places, namely near Ong Duong area, near Srah Chok, and a location opposite Kalamat Hospital. However, I lived longer at the location opposite Kalamat Hospital near Srah Chok. That area belongs to Division 310. Question. At the time, were you living with your elder brother, Chai Heng, or were you living separately from him? Answer. He lived in a separate house from where I lived, because I was part of a children unit and we were not allowed to live mixed with the staff of the division. We were housed separately, and it was to the east of Srah Chok of Pagoda, and later on we lived to the southern parts of Kalamat Hospital, and later I was moved to another location, although it was still part of Division 310. Question. I'd like to ask about the job or the works that your other brother Chai Heng did. Can you tell the chamber if you know his daily task? Answer. From what I know, actually I asked my one of my other brothers actually asked him to return to the village, and I went along with him. And when I went to his office, I saw him using a typewriter, and I saw a lot of books in his office. And from my recollection, he also had a pistol with him.
President, there is the interpretation problem with the system in the Khmer interpretation system. Lawyer, now may I continue my question? President, yes, you may proceed. How long did you live near or close with your brother Chai Heng? Can you tell us the year? Answer, I do not understand your question. Can you repeat it? Question, when you live in Phnom Penh in Division 310, when you said that you lived with your brother Chai Heng, how long did you live with him? Or did you leave him at some point? Or did you remain living with him until 1979? Answer, I lived near the Calumet Hospital. A brother of mine asked my brother to go back home, and we saw him while he was typing the typewriter. And on another occasion, when I went alone to meet him, I did not see him. I saw only Tahon, and Tahon told me that my brother disappeared. And another man came down and said that, oh, that man is the brother of a traitor. I felt very pity for my brother and for myself. I tried to hide my own biography. When I was asked to produce a new biography, I tried to hide my biography because my brother was accused of being a traitor. And a number of people in Division 10, including children of the cadre, were also taken away and they disappeared. Question, Mr. Civil Party, could you please speak slowly? And now may I put more questions to you? You told the chamber that when you asked permission to go home, you did not get the permission. And then the second time you went again, and you went alone. And a person told you that your brother was a traitor. My question to you is that Before you were told that your brother was a traitor, did you meet your brother at the place where you went to meet him? Answer: I could not get your question. Could you please repeat it? Lawyer: now I rephrase my question. When you said that you went alone to meet your brother Chai Heng, and then a man pointed at you and said that you are a brother of a traitor. So when you arrived there, did you see your brother Chai Heng at that particular place? Answer: no, I did not see him. Even his room was closed. So the room that he stayed was shut off. Question: so you were aware of this? Did you know about what happened to your brother Chai Heng? Answer: no, I did not know what happened to him. When I met Tahao, he told me that my brother was taken away by truck because Tahao was a driver of the truck. And when he went to get the petrol for the truck, he met my brother, and my brother told him to take care of his wife and children because his fate would be uncertain. Question: so I would like to clarify again. So you know about the arrest of your brother through Tahon. Did Tahon tell you who arrested your brother? Answer: he told me that Ho and Wung was the deputy of the division. I don't know Taho. I did not ask him about Taho. Question: when Tahon said that Ta Wung and Taho were the one who arrested your brother, I would like to clarify about the name Ho or Ho. Answer: I cannot read well. I can read only a little. Question: my question to you is whether the name pronounced Ho or Ho. Ta How addressed that person Ta Ho. Question: what about the name of the chief of Division 310? Answer: when I was with the division, I was asked to join the meeting in 1975, and people told me that the commander of the division was Un and his deputy was Wung and the member was All. Question: now my question is still concentrating around Chai Heng. When Taho told you that your brother was arrested, did he tell you where your brother was taken to? Answer: he told me that the truck headed south, and when the truck took people south, the people would never return. Question: Later on, have you ever received any news about your brother Chai Heng? Whether he's still alive or what? Answer. There's documents at Tuol Sleng prison, and the document shows about the biographies and photos of those who were imprisoned there. Question. Mr. President, may I get your permission to display the photos of prisoner Chai Heng with document E3647 EON 00544248. President, court officer, please display the photo as requested by the lead co-lawyer for civil party. President, because there was technical errors that the photo could not be displayed. The President, so now you may proceed. Lawyer, thank you. Mr. Chai Hiep, have you received a document about your brother who was imprisoned in S21 or Tuol Sleng? Where did you receive that document from? Answer. I was at home and I heard about the news on the radio broadcast. I did not have money to travel to Phnom Penh. And later on, DC came, brought the document and the photo of my brother to my village. And when I saw the photo of my brother, I wept for the whole day. Because he suffered a lot, because on the photo he looked very thin. When I saw him during my visit, he was in good health. He looked healthy, but in the photo it was quite different. Lawyer, because the photo could not display on the screen, so could I get your permission to show the photo directly to him? President, yes, you may do so. Court officer, please show the document to the civil party. Lawyer, Mr. Civil Party, could you confirm to the chamber that whether the photo you saw, you are seeing is really the photo of your brother? Answer, yes, it's the photo of my brother. And the surname in this photo is like my surname. And it is exactly the photo of my brother. when the DC came saw the photo to me, I felt very pity for him because he took care of me well during the time we were in Phnom Penh. Lawyer, thank you. Now my question directed to the story about his wife and children. When your brother Chai Heng was arrested and taken away, what happened next to his wife and children? Answer. His wife was in the sewing unit based at Tulkok. Later on, Tahon told me that when he was transporting the rice bundle to be transplanted in the rice field, he told me that his wife, along with the wife of other cadre, were taken away in one truck to Asay Srang Pagoda. Tahon is still alive and we have seen each other quite often. Question. So you mean that the whole family of Chai Heng, including his wife and children, were taken away together. Is that correct? Answer. Based on my knowledge from the account provided by Tahon, that it was not long after the arrest of my brother, his wife and children were also arrested and taken away. Question. So how many children of Chai Heng who were arrested along with the mother and the father? President, Mr. Civil Party, please wait until the tip of the microphone turn red. Civil Party. He had one daughter and another child who was not born yet. So together he had two children. Question. From then until now, have you ever received any news about your in-law and niece and nephews? Answer. No, I have never received any news. Even when I went to their hometown in Kampong Cham, I received no news. Question. Did Tahon tell you what was the wrongdoing committed by your in-law that was the basis of her arrest? Answer. Tahon told me that when the husband was accused of being a traitor, the wife and children would be arrested. Question. Now my question focus on other siblings of yours, including Chai Tok and Chai Mon, who also came to Division 310. So after the arrest of Chai Heng, were you all together, stay together? I mean, Chai Tok, Chai Mon and you, all of you stay together or separately? Answer. Initially we were all in the children unit. Men stay in one unit and women stay in a different unit. My sister Mon stay in a different unit, but Tok and I stay in the same unit. After my brother's arrest, Tok and I was transferred to do rice farming at Bang Trayab. And when we arrived there, we were asked to produce biographies. So after I made my own biography, I went to work. I told him that I told them that I was not the policeman or soldier. It was Da who asked us to make the biography. I told him that, brother, I never worked as a soldier or policeman, because during the liberation period I was transferred to work. But Da did not erase the wrong information in the biography, because he feel afraid that if he erased it, and then Angka would feel angry with him. So the biography was still keep the same with the wrong information. And a few days later, my brother Chai Tok were taken away. And later on, they came to search for me and asked whether I was the brother or the sibling of Chai Tok. And I told those people that no, we were not siblings, we were simply cousins. And a few days later, our unit were called to a meeting. There were 17 of us in that unit. And they call names of people. And for those who heard the name called out, they have to came out and stay in one group. And for those who did not hear the name called out, remain in the same unit. Lawyer. So you mean that your brother Chai Tok was also arrested and taken away? Is that correct? Answer: yes, that's correct. Question: what about Chai Mon, who was your sister? So when Chai Heng, along with his wife and children, were arrested and taken away, what happened to Chai Mon? Answer: Chai Mon was still in the children's unit. And she was still in the children's unit at the division. After the rice cultivating season, she came back to the children's unit. But for Chai Tok, he disappeared since 1977 after he made the biography. But for Chai Mon, we were separated from each other in 1978. I could not remember the exact day and months, but it was in 1978. Question: could you tell about the events surrounding the disappearance of Chai Mon, whether she was transferred to somewhere else or she was arrested and taken away, just like your brothers Chai Heng and Chai Tok? Answer: Chai Tok was with me at the time he was arrested. After he was arrested and taken away, I was transferred to an area near the division, and it was close to the children unit where Chaimon was in. And I worked as a staff to help clean the wound and injury for soldiers who were sent from Kampong Cham battlefield. And the children unit of Division 310 was transferred to Kampong Cham. This was what people at that place told me. And when I went to that children unit, I did not see her. And when I received the news that she was transferred to Baichan, I went on a truck that transported kitchen utensils to Kampong Cham, and I could not see her there. So I concluded that she may face the same fate like my brothers. Lawyers, because our time nearly ran out. Now I would like to ask you about how many siblings of yours were arrested or disappeared during Democratic Cambodia. Could you tell us about the number and their names? Answer. Including me, it was Hul Ngon who also disappeared. So the first one is Chai Heng, and second one Chul Chai Hul, 3 Chai Hat, 4 Chai Tok, 5 Chai Mon, question. Among the 5 who disappeared, have you received any news about any one of them who have come back? Answer. All of them had disappeared. No one of them returned, including my in-law and nephews and niece. I felt so pity for them. That's why I came here to give my statements about the harm and suffering as a result of the disappearance of my brothers and sisters. I felt suffered because my brothers, he contributed a lot to the struggling during the regime. But still, they were arrested and taken away. Lawyer. So, because of the disappearance and deaths of your brothers and sisters, including Chai Heng, who were arrested and imprisoned at Tul Slang, that we had documents and photos to testify about him. So how do you feel about this? Answer. Yeah, that's why, as I told you earlier, that people ask me why you go to the court to testify, and I told them that I went to the court to testify because my brothers contributed a lot, sacrificed a lot to the struggle, and still they were arrested and killed. That was very unfair for them because they contributed and sacrificed a lot to the struggle and they were still arrested and killed.
It was unfortunate that I was born during the war era of Lunar regime, and later on it was a war period of the decay regime. My brothers supported the Khmer Rouge, joined their army, and through the siblings to join the resistance while leaving our parents behind. However, they were all arrested and disappeared and never returned. At present, there are only 3 of us survive. Council, thank you. And regarding the ritual by your parents and surviving siblings, can you tell the chamber whether such rituals have been conducted to the lost souls of your siblings? And we cannot afford to make such a ritual. My mother awaits us to go to visit her, and that she would shave her head in order to commemorate the loss of my siblings' souls. However, she later on passed away. Questioned: did the disappearance of your siblings have any impact upon you emotionally and physically? Answer: of course. You can ask my surviving family members. Every time we think of it, our tears fades. We feel so pity for the loss, and that we were unfortunate to be born and lived through such a regime. Council, thank you, civil party. And I'd like to inform you that for the latter part of your testimony, the President will give you an opportunity to make your statement of harm and suffering, or to make any request through the chamber. And I thank you very much for answering my questions in relation to your statements of harms and suffering. President, thank you. It is now appropriate for a short break. We'll take a 15-minute break from now. Court officer, please assist the civil party during the break time and invite him back into the courtroom along with the TPO staff before we resume our proceeding. The court is now in recess.